Good day, everyone. It's Sunday, May 25th. This is the New York Times Games and Custom Connections video. We'll start with Wordle. Our starting word today is eager, and that's from me on the Wheel of Words. So let's put it in and see what we have. All right, hopefully everyone's having a great day. And eager, which is the word I failed on 9 days ago, gets us a G and R out of position. Well, at least there's some positive to it. Probably GR to start. Grunt would be a choice. Group. For some reason I think we've had group, but I don't remember that kind of stuff. It's just, it makes it less entertaining, I think, if I go through all the words that have already happened. But let's do grunt. And it's the first thing I thought of. It's a valid answer. Here we go. Oh, it does end with T though. So I'm thinking we might have grift, grist. I feel like not too long ago I had grist as an answer in Knuckle on my Amazing Word Game video. So let's do grist. It's grift, isn't it? Yeah, I thought maybe grist was too Canadian of a word. What else could it be? Yeah, I think this is it. So for the third day in a row, I get a word out of the blue. I guess it's not that crazy to put in grist, but grift in 4. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll take it. So the 4s are creeping away from the 3s, which I've been trying to avoid, but we're at a double-digit streak now, so that's good. All right, let's go to the Wheel of Names and see what tomorrow's starting word's going to be. There's only 3 additions, and actually this person didn't even ask for these words to be added. Just on the day I'm recording this, which is on Friday, there was the bean category in Strands, and Dora and I had a discourse about whether it was magical fruit or musical fruit. It turns out that either is acceptable. So in Dora's honor, I've added magic, music, and beans to the Wheel of Names. So let's give it 4 shuffles and see what we get. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All right, we are looking at a bit of Store by Lady A. All right, well, that's probably one of the most gentle words that are on this wheel, so I'll definitely take it for a Monday solve. All right, let's take it off the wheel and move on to connections. All right, 26-day streak, puzzle 714, here we go. All right, so we're looking at double, helix, snail king, conch, queen, twin, rook, electronic, junk, ace, ringer, jack, lobe, clone, and chain. Okay, for a second there with queen and twin, I thought these were bed sizes. Actually, it still could be. But I feel like we just had beds the other day. We had Murphy bed, water bed. So maybe that's not the case. Okay, a king, a rook, a king, a jack, an ace, and a queen. This is like the royal flush without the 10 in a card game. Is that too easy? Could be. But I feel like a helix, a snail, a conch, maybe a lobe are swirly things, for lack of a better word. A ringer. Electronic. Clone. Double helix. A junk drawer is a thing. Junk mail, chain mail. Snail mail, electronic mail like email, double mail, helix mail, This seems reasonable. I mean, email is just short for electronic mail. So I think that works. I think this will be okay. Let's try it. I have to put something on the board. Blank mail. Yes. All right. Double, queen, twin, and king. Sizes of beds. Okay. Jack, ace. Rook. I think this might be a misdirection. There's no way they put two bed categories this close to each other in days, unless they're playing a joke on us. But I just don't see what else Jack and Rook can go with, or ace, if it's not either chess pieces or cards in a deck. Conch. Although snail's gone now, so earlobe. Jack, ace, king, and queen. Twin. Oh, it's your twin, your double, your clone, your helix, like your double helix, like your other half. Now leave lobe, conch, rook, and ringer. You're a dead ringer. If you're a dead ringer, it means you're the same, I think. So I'll put helix back in there. Helix, a conch, a lobe, and a rook. A rook. The only rook I can think of is in chess, the castle, the rook. Okay, well I think what I have highlighted here is yellow. So I'm going to go with your double, your clone, your ringer, your twin, your lookalike maybe. Is that going to be green or blue? Yeah, I'm going to go the other direction first. Conch, helix, rook, and lobe, kind of like curly things. Let's try it. Ear piercing sights. Okay, I'm not big on tattoos or piercings, so I wouldn't know that, but cool. All right, and then I think we have the you're a dead ringer, you're a twin, you're a double, you're a clone. Just you look the same. Doppelganger. Yeah, I was thinking of that word. And then these are just the royal flush without the 10. Playing cards. Fair enough. Well, I'm not going to do my catchphrase because I didn't name blue properly, but from Connections and New York Times point of view, I got a reverse rainbow, so hip hip hooray. I'll say that instead. And we'll progress, okay? All right, let's move on to a custom connection puzzle I've been waiting to record. That's Stay Sharp by Billy No Mates. I have some revenge to impart on Billy No Mates. His puzzles are tough, so let's see if I can get this done. All right, so the words we have are compose, forge, tang, plot, song, hilt, grip, draft, fashion, shang, blade, pommel, close, han, or Han, hobby, and Ming. Okay. Well, I am aware of some of the Chinese dynasties. Ming, Han, Shang, Song, and Tang. They're just pretty much common Chinese last names from what I can establish. So I think one of them comes out, obviously. Pommel, the only thing I can think of with pommel is pommel horse. I know of hobby horse. I think a clothes horse is what you put your clothes on. And I have heard of a draft horse. I think it's just a big, beefy horse that's good for manual labor, like pulling wagons and plows and things. Just a hulk of a horse. I guess that's the best way to say it, right? So if that's blank horse, I think this might be purple. But let me just confirm here. Yeah, I don't think I see any other horses, but seeing as how this is a Billy No Mates puzzle, I want to try and figure out all 4 categories because they're just that tough, right? All right, so you can compose something, like you can create it, you can fashion it, like fashion, build something. You can plot, like plot revenge, like build a plan. And I suppose you can forge something, like forge a sword, create something. So just create or build works for that. And a grip, a blade, and a hilt. I think those are parts of a sword. So what's the last one? Tang, Song, Shang, Han, and Ming. Maybe a Tang? Okay, and then the other ones are the Chinese dynasties. Okay, so let's go with blank horse here. Well, that's green. Okay. Yeah. So you can plot something, you can fashion it, you can forge it, you can compose it, like to build. Formulate as a plan, okay. The blade, the hilt, the grip, and the tang, I think. Parts of a sword. Very good. And then this is the Chinese dynasty. This is purple. It's the first thing I saw. Chinese dynasties. Oh, well, I must say, I blew that one out of the water for a Billy No Mates puzzle, especially. A little bit of redemption, right? I feel good about that. All right, let's move on to our preview of tomorrow's custom puzzle. It's CaliAsian's hard puzzle based on what CaliAsian sent me. The title is Do Deities Demand Words of Affirmation? So I won't go over the words, but I will solve it tomorrow, and you can solve it today. And join me tomorrow for that solve, okay? Okay, our final puzzle for today in this video is Strands. Sorry, just had to let the dogs out. Let's get back into it with Strands. So it's May 25th, Sam Corbin on the creation, Tracy Bennett editing. Here we go. All right, so the theme today is Get Out the Dustbuster. And we have 6 theme words. So I mean, this is that we have an average of 8 letters per word. Let's see here. So I'll keep an eye out for longer words. Get out the dust buster. So you're doing something with cleaning maybe. Because I don't think there's wordplay. Dust buster. So unless you're talking about different words for dust or dirt. Vacuum. Mop. I don't know. Those are really short words though. I see donate here. I guess that has a part of cleaning. You look at what you have. Donate, and then I see SPRI. Oh, is this like spring cleaning? I guess it is that time of year, isn't it? Spring cleaning? Spring clean? That ing is there. I'm tempted to put it in. Spring cleaning? Okay. All right, so donate. Sell. Yeah, I guess you sell some of the stuff you find if you don't need it anymore. 3 words left. What's this down here? Organize. Reorganize. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Reorganize. And what do we have going on here in the middle? I see clutter. I think you'd want to be getting rid of the clutter. Declutter. Okay. Declutter. And label. All right, well that is an Oranje perfect, so that's good to see. Yeah, which means that I found the spangram first, no excess words, and yeah, relatively quick. I like a time component as well, not just taking 15 minutes to find the spangram first and then filling in the rest of the words. I like to have it be pretty quick, under 3 or 5 minutes, I'd say, so that's good. All right, well, thank you for watching. Let me know how you did on the games. You know, feel free to check out my Amazing and Word Games video. If you like what you saw, it'd be great if you subscribed and liked the video and left a comment. It spreads it around YouTube, and that way more people can come in and see it. With that said, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.